Are you inspired by the Proverbs 31 woman? Does she inspire you to become more productive through the grace of God and to inspire you to help build the kingdom of heaven? Are you ready to take charge of your life and become the best version of the woman or wife that God called you to be? Well, make sure that you get a little comfy, because in this video I am sharing the revelation that God has given me in the past few years through experience and just by studying this wonderful book of The Excellent Wife. And if you're interested in becoming that wife for yourself, and if you haven't done so already, please hit the red button down below so you may join me on this beautiful journey of becoming that wife. And let me know down below what inspires you to become that wife. Hashtag Proverbs 31. So I find the Proverbs 31 very inspiring because she does the most, and most of all she do it through the grace of God. And today I pretty much am sharing my point of view on why I am so inspired by the Proverbs 31 wife, and how I plan to become her, and how I feel like I am on the road to becoming her. Because let's remember, the Proverbs 31 wife isn't a person. She doesn't have a name. It's a description of her characteristics and lifestyle. And I feel like if we continue on adapting these small habits, we can flourish to become her of that description that the Bible inspire us to be. The crazy part is I became so passionate about this that I actually developed a whole program slash business around this specific topic. So if you're interested in joining the waiting list for future updates and all that good stuff, the link is down below. And yeah, and to jump right into why I am inspired by her, I myself am married, have a daughter, as you can see. Okay. All right, blooper, hey. So my husband and I started a business back in 2018, right after we got married. It was pretty hectic. Let go. Taking up my time. And if you see me looking down, I had my notes. So back in 2018, my husband and I started our own business. That's the year that we got married, which was pretty hectic enough. By the end of that journey, which was, I would say, right before COVID, to be honest with you, COVID didn't make it any better. When I looked up at my personal life, I felt like I had nothing to show for it. It was like, I call it, my grass was dead up brown. It was dead, and I was not satisfied with my personal life as a woman, as Deanna Skinner, as a person who I am individually. I have very, very big dreams ever since I was a young girl. I just felt like I was nowhere near achieving my goals. So when I started praying about it, God revealed to me how he embedded certain gifts and talents inside of me, and he actually told me if I don't do something about it, he would give all my dreams and all of it to someone else. Because the dream isn't just for me, it's for a handful of people in his kingdom. So I had to recommit to the Lord again. But let's expose something real quick. I thought I was doing something right by supporting my husband by being his helper, right? That's what we think, that as women, as wives, as moms, that's what we should be doing. Just cleaning the house, cleaning the clothes, cooking, thank you baby, you know, those kind of simple tasks. When we started the business, I also started a blog called That Wife. I was really seeing progress in my blog. I was seeing like visitors coming to my blog more frequent. But when I seen junk removal business starting to bring in revenue, which was paying our bills and stuff like that, I put all my energy into the money maker. So it wasn't my husband's fault that was like, hey, stop doing your blog. It was more so my decision, just to put that out there. This has nothing to do with my husband. This has a lot to do with me. This is my decision. It was all me. So I had to own my ish and just take accountability, because it was nobody's fault but mine. So after I put all my energy into the money maker, 2 years later, he started another adventure, because my husband is very gifted in cars and fixing cars and that area or whatever. And honestly, I always knew junk removal was temporarily. I never even knew where it came from, but it was easy money pretty much. But me, I was left with brown grass. I just had to get it together. Baby girl, see? Real life lifestyle. My husband takes very good care of me. He takes care of my daughter, our daughter. He really inspires me to really want to do better and stuff like that. So I really want to just shout out to my husband for giving me the grace to grow and to learn and to figure things out and stuff like that. He makes sure I have everything that I need, plus and beyond. I will. This part is for my hubs. Love you, babe. If I have to go back to being accountable of myself, I had to acknowledge that I let my dreams vanish. Like, it was getting to the point where I didn't even see them in sight whatsoever. I wanted to inspire, motivate, help my neighborhood, clean up my neighborhood, clean up the blocks, everything. Go to schools, help with the children, all of it. Just be a big motivation. None of that was going to happen if I continue on lacking my belief. So God gave me a choice. Either you do it or be disappointed. How scared I was to walk on faith, I literally just had to be like Peter and say, here you go, and just walk on water. That's where I was at in life. I remember talking to God about it because I was nerve-wracked. I didn't even know where to start, to be honest with you. But let's point this towards why this relates to the Proverbs 31 and why she inspires me so much. In verse 30 of Proverbs 31, of course, it says, charm is deceitful and beauty is passing, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. Although I was scared to take this big leap of faith to start this program, I'm actually more scared of the Lord. And when he gave me that choice and started like convicting me, it was like no other choice. When he says move, I'm learning to move. If he says go, that means he will provide everything that I need in that season when I need it. Because at the end of the day, this is all for him, for the Lord. In the midst of all this, my confidence is increasing. I am starting to realize how valuable I am. I'm learning how many gifts the Lord has given me. And if you look at Proverbs 31 verse 10, the beginning of that description of the excellent wife, it's a question asked. Who can find a virtuous wife? For her worth is far above rubies. That's a powerful question that I finally got, and that's actually a big question that I ask everyone who decides to do coaching with me, because it's such a huge question and you'll be surprised how many people do not know the answer. But if you have your answer, make sure that you comment down below. What makes you worth far more than rubies? And if you don't know yet, be honest and let me know, and I can start wrapping videos around this topic because it's so important to grasp this. But what God had revealed to me even just some months ago, I've been studying this book for some years and I've just received this answer, and it has nothing to do with what she has but who she has, which is the Lord. I know it sounds so cliche, but when you get it, you got it. And it takes some revelation, it takes some spending time with God, it takes some experience with God and your faith increasing. And honestly, that is what I talk more about on my channel as upcoming videos be released. I am going to helping you identify your value in the Lord. I finally accepted this calling because I fought it for some years now, but that's not the point. So make sure that you subscribe, comment down below, and click the link for future updates for my program. So back to what I was saying. The Lord is who makes you valuable and worth far more than rubies, because he is priceless. Only through God we are able to do the things of God and produce good fruit. So as my confidence is increasing, so are my ideas, which is causing my abilities to increase too. As a stay-at-home wife and mom, my time is very limited. So I went to the Lord and I said, God, I have literally 4 hours a day, if that. And the world preaches you should be putting 80, 100, whatever hours you have a week in your business to succeed. But I'm learning I am not of the world, and God doesn't follow the world's rules. So I went to the Lord and I said, I am of you and I know you are able. So here you go with my limited time. I am expecting to see you multiply this little seed. That's what I'm at with it. God is good, y'all, but I'm not here to tell a story. I really want y'all to catch what I am saying, also what I am doing, because only actions can reveal the kind of person you are. And when God showed me that I was pursuing to be the Proverbs 31 wife, I was so happy just by the little habits and the little actions that I was doing more often, because it has nothing to do with her, whoever this person is, because mind you, it doesn't have a name, it just has a description. It has a lot to do with her inner being. It actually has nothing to do with marriage, if you haven't realized that. Most of the verse inside that book talks about her gifts and what she is doing and producing. Probably 2 or 3 lines talk about her kids and her husband. It has a lot to do with the woman within the marriage or who is pursuing to be married. Even before you get married, you should be a wife, because the Bible talks about when a man finds a good wife. Being a wife is a mindset, it's a lifestyle, and how you represent yourself and of course God. Since I am married, I do have to consider I am building for other people, which is my husband and my daughter and maybe my future kids. But married or single, the Proverbs 31 wife or woman, however you want to view her, she is not selfish, because verse 15 and 20, it shows how generous she is. Verse 15 says, she also rises while it's yet night and provides food for her maidservants. Of course, we're talking about back then, thousands of years ago. So that was a thing. But even today, you might be a business owner, you might be a co-worker, you could be going to buy donuts. I don't know. Whatever it is, you could be doing something extra for the people that's around you, that supports you, that you can support. Verse 20, it talks about she extends her hand to the poor. Yes, she reaches out to the needy. We have shelters, we have people who are living homeless on the streets. There's so many areas where we can be helping the need. I'm even learning this myself. And at the end of the day, I truly believe all of this is a heart thing. We have to want to give cheerfully, which is something God is teaching me currently. I'm not talking about going online and saying, hey, I just gave this person, just do it cheerfully, and really doing because your heart says to do it. Allowing God to humble you and strip you is part of the process of becoming that wife. Wink, wink. To be honest, I actually didn't want to get married or have kids. I had a whole different vision of my life. I wanted to just be an independent woman with my little Yorkie dog, living in my condo, driving the best car, like owning businesses, just being by myself and just not being committed to anything or anybody except for me, myself, and I. I was being very, very selfish, but God captured me, y'all. It's crazy how God had to really deal with me. As I proceed with healing, God allowed me to submit to my husband wholeheartedly. But catch this part, y'all. After I started my journey of accepting what the Lord has given me, my husband wanted to build the business again, get the junk out of here. And once again, not to bash him whatsoever, I had to discern as a woman in my marriage, is this from God or not? Most women will say, yeah babe, let's do it, let's give this a try. Put my stuff on the back burner again and go for what, you okay? And go for what the husband said to do. But my relationship with God is so much more grander than my relationship with my husband. God is my top priority, and I prefer to piss my husband off than God. Real rap. Because why? I fear the Lord. So I gently told my husband no. Instead, I gave him a genuine answer and said, I am in business with you. Our marriage. After I said all that, I started revealing our strengths and our weaknesses, because the Lord of course revealed that to me. For instance, I am good at managing finances while he's good at making the money. So he makes the money and he brings it home and I manage it. We're still learning, work through that, because money is not just a one done deal. It has so many parts of that journey, which I am talking more on my channel about finances and stuff. But yeah, a whole nother topic, but we're still learning that ourselves and we're kinking our way through it. And although I'm still learning how to uplift minds, he's gifted. And since we are one, what are we competing for? Let's just be on the same team, you know? Which sometimes it's funny, you get married and you think you're team us, but it really takes a lot of growing, and especially if you're two strong-minded people, to learn that you are a team. So we had to really acknowledge that we are a team. So now, catch this, I am using my gifts of productivity, management, organization, seeking ways to invest, just like the Proverbs 31 wife. Pretty much the whole scripture of the Proverbs 31 wife talks about how she's an entrepreneur, but this one verse, which is 11 through 12, it says, the heart of her husband safely trusts her, so he will have no lack of gain. She does him good and not evil all the days of her life. I can easily steal from this man, get my nails done, get my hair done, use his money for my selfish needs because he's given me the money to do what he trusts me to do. But why though? My husband has a vision which is very important for the alignment of God, because that's a whole nother teaching why there is an alignment, why Adam was made before Eve, and you know, it's just a whole nother, we probably discuss more in this channel, but It's an alignment, y'all. Stay in alignment. Not saying you second place, but it's a reason. Anyways, my husband has a vision, which is in alignment of God. But comment down below if you are interested in hearing more about that subject. As he is trusting me, my husband, I am willing to help him gain. That's why in my program, I am including the teaching of finances, because it's so much more than just paying the bills. God pushed me to be more disciplined actually like last year, and grabbed me out of laziness, which I was kind of falling into in a little. Verse 17, it says, she girds herself with strength and strengthens her arm. Not sure if it speaks literally, but I started working out because I got tired of being lazy. I got tired of feeling heavy. I just don't like it. The lifestyle I desire does not require a lazy woman, and that is also why I talk about the importance of fitness, because also I'm a fitness trainer. But you know, life happens and I fall off the wagon. But yeah, so join me. Verse 27, it says, she watches over the ways of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. I had to research what idleness was. It means laziness, so no room for laziness. And if you are feeling a bit lazy, time to step it up. And honestly, with one of my clients, I literally text her every single day. I keep her on her toes. That's how she says it. I keep her on her toes. You know, I don't like to sit here and promote myself, but if you need someone to light some fire underneath your tail, I'm your girl, and I do not play. I can go on and on why the Proverbs 31 wife inspires me to step my game up
and my husband voice,
but I am happy she exists. We have idols in the world and stuff like that, but God already gave us one, and the main key to her success is God. God is what makes her worth far more than rubies, and that is what's going to make you far worth more than rubies once you grab it, which may take time. It may happen overnight, I don't know. So if you are interested in starting your journey on becoming that wife, click the link down below. Like I already said a million times, I'm going to continue on saying it because I'm starting to see how valuable this is. Like, I want to create a starter guide to get you a kickstart, but of course I have limited amount of time. So yeah, if you want to jump into just, hey D, I need your help now, let's have a simple check to see if we're good for each other, and we will reveal the challenges and identify some strategies on how we can overcome these challenges that you are facing. And if you are not ready, I plan to share as much as I can on this channel, so make sure that you subscribe, join me. I finally get in my message of what I want to talk more about my channel, because I was a little bit everywhere, but it's honing down. I've been working hard on my message, and it's marvelous. God is good. I finally accept my calling, right? It's been such a pleasure to share this with you, and yeah, I hope you have a good day. Stay blessed. Mwah.